Hey guys, and welcome to my video today. We have a polish pickup haul. So I did buy some polishes from Polish Pickup Rewind. I always tend to wait until July each year so that I can get some of the top polishes that customers have voted for. Now, in case you don't know, Polish Pickup is where lots of polish and other beauty creators come together and they sell their products from that one website. So it means that you can try lots of other makers instead of having to go to their individual websites. And Polish Pickup Rewind is where customers vote back their favourites from a selection, I think, that they put forward, and then the ones that win come into the shop. So the first one this was number one on my list out of all the polishes that appeared. So there you go, this one is called Whispers of Camargue and it's by Chameleon Nails. I will pop some photos and some video footage up. I have worn this is the first one that I tried on as soon as it arrived. Because I'm a big kid, and this one is a solar and a thermal polish. And it's obviously got some iridescent flakies in as well. So this just changed all the time when I wore it. I did wear it during a period of time where it was very hot here in the UK. So indoors I mainly got the pale green, which was probably my least favourite colour out of the selection. But once I went outside it would go purple. I did get a little bit of like a pink shift. It was very subtle though, so I'll pop photos up. And then indoors, for the early part of the week, I did get a teal colour, which I really liked too. So I think I'm going to wear this one again. Now it's a bit cooler. It's definitely, autumn has arrived big time here. I'm going to wear this again in the autumn at some stage. And yeah, I think I'm going to like it more without the pale green colour. So I will try this one again. So please excuse my swatching skills. I'm just an amateur, so I will do my best just to show you what these polishes are like. And then I keep these swatching sticks just for reference for future videos as well. And also they're really handy as a little guide as to what I want to wear next. So that's just the first coat. I did find this one was opaque in 3 coats for me, so that's why I'm doing it as I go along, just to give each coat a chance to dry. The number 2 polish that was on my list that I really wanted is by Sassy Sauce, and this one is called Glampire. And this one's called Glampire version 2 because apparently when they made it before they used different flakies, so it might be very slightly different from the previous version. But look at the colour of this one, it's just perfect colours for me, lovely warming autumnal colours, but also you could wear this in summer too, so I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. So let's pop this one on a swatch stick. So this one has like a purple base, yeah, look at that purple base, really pretty, and then you've got iridescent flakies in here and shimmer as well, so I just know I'm going to love this one. It sort of reminds me in the same sort of colour as Holotaco Unicorn number 1, which I also love, but obviously this one's got lots of flakies in too. So this is the first coat. I've got a feeling this will need 3 coats. The next polish that I really wanted, this is my number 3 polish, was Great Lakes Lacquer Wear All Mad here. So you can see that this one's very similar to the Sassy Sauce sort of colours, but this is actually a sort of multi-chrome colour. So you get the pink, you get the purple, and then at certain angles it goes to red and orange as well. And in certain lighting it's got like a bit of a linear hollow effect too, so I reckon I'm going to love this one when I try it. So let's try this one out. So let me know in the comments if you picked up any of these polishes, and let me know if you picked up any of the others too. Or were you disappointed? Were you hoping that another polish would have made it into Polish Pickup Rewind out of the selection that there was? So that's the first coat on that one. Now some of them just came wrapped up in bubble wrap and then others come in boxes. This one came in the box. This is by Tyler's Trinkets and this one is called Science is Pretty. So this one, I have already worn this one as well. I don't have photos though because I wore it on my toes. I won't show you pictures of my toes, don't worry. But yeah, I wore this on my toes because once again I'm a big kid, and this is a really bright pink colour, and it has some iridescent flakies in, and it is glow in the dark. But I will say the glow in the dark aspect really disappointed me. I didn't see it glowing in the dark at all, to be honest. So if I hold it at an angle there, you can see some of the flakies in there showing up. It is a really pretty pink polish, so I'm still happy with it, but I do wish it did glow in the dark better. So what I will do is I will paint this on a swatch stick, I will charge it up, and then I will show you. I'm interested to see if it will charge better on a swatch stick. Because this polish I'm wearing now, this is actually a glow in the dark polish. This is Ragdoll by Mooncat. So whilst I've still got this polish on, I will compare it to this and we can see how they compare in their glow in the dark factors. And incidentally, what I'm planning on doing as well is I'm doing a crazy video at the moment where my cat chooses my nail polish for the whole of September. So once I have swatched all of these, my cat Steve is going to be choosing what I wear next. So yeah, it doesn't always go to plan because he doesn't always want to come in the room, but that is what is going to happen. The only one I'm going to exclude is the chameleon nails because I've already worn that one. I will include this one though because I haven't worn it on my hands. I mean, this shade of pink is pretty anyway, so I did enjoy wearing it, but yeah, just a shame it didn't really glow in the dark for me, but we will see how I get on with this swatch stick. And that's one coat. It's actually pretty opaque, but I tend to always do 3 coats for the glow in the darks just to make sure they've got enough glow in the dark pigment available to glow. And then the next polish I decided to get, I was umming and ahhing about this one because this isn't typically my sort of colour, but I really liked all the reflective glitters in here and I thought I'd take myself out of my comfort zone and go for this one because it did look really pretty in the swatch pictures. This one is called Grandpa's Garden by Envy Lacquer. I will pop up a photo of the inspiration that the polish maker had, and it is of her grandpa in the garden, and I think it looks really like the polish actually. So in here you've got a very sparkly polish with all those gold reflective glitters and some iridescent flakies as well. So I'm always up for a bit of sparkle, so yeah, I'm interested to see what this one is like. And the other thing I suppose you could do with this one as well is you could always layer it over a different shade of green as well. So if you didn't like it this light, you could always layer this over a darker green colour. And this one is actually fairly opaque actually so far. So this is just 1 coat, so I'm quite impressed with that. So you might be able to get away with 2 coats. I think that's pretty good considering this is, I think this is classed as a jelly. The next thing I got isn't a nail polish, but this really tempted me because of the scent. I was just really curious. I just thought this would be a bit of fun. And this is a cuticle oil. And I just thought that this scent would be right up my street because it's quite a summery scent. And to be honest, you can use it any time of the year anyway. So this is by BCB Lacquers and it's Baja Blasted Cuticle Oil. So the scent notes in here are lemon lime, fizzy pop, coconut, grapefruit and sparkling effervescence. And the ingredients are jojoba oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil, avocado oil, almond oil, tea tree oil and skin safe fragrance. And you just twist off the top. I have smelt it already and yeah, you get quite a big old brush on here as you can see, and then you just put it on to your cuticles. You can see I've already used it as well because it is a bit oily, and massage it in. But this to me smells like in the UK you've got Sprite or Lilt. It smells like that really, so a lovely scent I think. So it does smell like you spilt a little of the fizzy drink on yourself, on your hand. So yeah, pleasantly surprised by this because I was thinking it might smell of chemicals, but yeah, it smells really good. The next item I got, I was just reading up about them, and this is an acetone antidote. And acetone for me can be quite harsh on my nails. I haven't been using it as much lately because I found it was really drying out my cuticles and the skin around my nails as well. So I've been favouring using something else instead more than this. And I have been using more of the peely base just to avoid having to use the acetone. So this is something that you put into acetone to make it a bit more moisturising, and it has a scent too. I haven't used it yet, so I need to look and see how much I put into the bottle, but I'll have a look into that later on. So I've been using this by Q-Tex, and this has got moisture rich ingredients in there, and I have to say it has made a big difference to how my nails feel, the skin around my nails. And this has got sweet almond and jojoba oil in, so far I'm quite impressed with this. And you can see I've used quite a lot of it already because I only got this a little while ago, so I tend to use this where I can, and then only when this doesn't work very well I will drag out the acetone. I also got this, which is their KB Shimmer, and this is a nail polish thinner, and I got this because it works out cheaper than the Hollow Taco one that I normally get. So there's a big 180ml bottle here, so this will probably keep me going for ages. I do like the Hollow Taco one, but it is a lot more expensive. So when I saw this, I thought definitely I'm going to get this just to save a little bit of money in the long run. And incidentally, don't use nail polish remover or acetone to thin out your polishes because it can damage them, especially anything with glitters in it can damage the glitter. So yeah, don't do that. I warn you now, this is a big haul. So this is the next polish that I decided to get, and it's by Jen & Berries. And this one, I was so impressed by the Jen & Berries Polish Lash Polish Pickup Rewind that I decided to see what colour they had this time, and I really like this colour actually. So this is the polish, and this one is called Light as a Feather. But I really like the sparkles in here. I like the colour. I'm really enjoying like purple polishes, blue polishes at the moment. And this one's got a pink shimmer in as well, and it's got lots of hollow, so this will be sparkling in sunshine. And one thing I noticed is that the shimmer actually goes green at certain angles. I'll see if I can pick it up there. I don't know if you can see there, it's gone a bit green. So yeah, this is quite a shifty polish. So let's swatch this one out. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. I really like that. So I can't decide what colour I want Steve to pick for me at the moment. I think maybe something warming, because I've got this blue on. I think I fancy something warming. The next one I got is by Penelope Luz, and this one is called Butterfly Wings. So this one is a magnetic polish, but I like it even like this actually. But let me just show you how it magnetizes, because it totally changes the colour. There you go, you can sort of see it there in the bottle. So it goes to this sort of indigo blurple sort of colour with a pink stripe. But let me just do it on a swatch stick for you. So the good thing about magnetic polishes is that you sort of get 3 polishes in one, because you can wear it as a normal polish like this, or if you've got time then you can use it magnetised with a cat eye effect, or you can do the velvet effect, and there's this other effect now called the bead effect. I haven't tried that yet, but yeah, I think I'm going to try this with a cat eye to start with. So if we just pop it on the magnet there, look how it changes colour. But I love the colours in there. I love the background, and I like the stripe colour too. So we'll leave that to dry and then see what that looks like. And then with the velvet effect, if you hover the magnet all around the edge of your nail, you can get the velvet or aura effect as well. And you can also use a horseshoe magnet, and you can buy specific magnets too, but if you don't have those you can just do this, or you can actually put 2 of these magnets together and just paint over the top. It will have a very similar effect, and this one, it just gives it like a flashy sort of effect, so you can see that flash of colour popping up, and it makes it look 3D, so that's really pretty too. Love that. The next one I got is by Royal Lee, and this used to be, I think, Wildflower Lacquer. I never have bought from this brand before. In fact, quite a few of these brands are all new to me. I have tried the Jen & Berries, I've tried Chameleon Nails before, but the rest of them haven't tried. So this one caught my eye because of the stunning blue turquoise colour, or aqua colour in here with these flakies. When you order for this, it's in the middle of summer, so I was feeling lots of like lovely blue, so I can imagine myself wearing this next summer. And this one's called Don't Play Coy, version 2 again, because there's a slight difference in the pigment in here, so probably the flakies are slightly different. But yeah, I love these colours together. It just looks so stunning like this. So let's see what this one's like. And sometimes I was a little bit reluctant to get these sort of jelly polishes, purely because I'm not a fan of visible nail line, but now I have some blurring bases that hide that. I'm happy to try these out. So yeah, those blurring bases really made a difference. There's some big old shards in here. There you go, that's the first coat. Wow, look at that big shard at the top there. That one there is absolutely massive. So yeah, they definitely catch the light, and also with the flakies they really shine in the shade too. And I was umming and ahhing about this one, but this one is lovely actually, so glad I got this one. The next one I got is by Kathleen & Co, and this is due to a polish I saw at Mooncat, but I just thought it was a bit too sheer for me. So when I saw this one I thought, I think I prefer this one actually. So this one is called a Molten Sky, and this is also a magnetic. Now I'm hoping I haven't duped myself with the Penelope Luz one, because this has also got like a deep purple background, but let's just swatch it now and we'll soon find out, won't we? So I thought this would be perfect for sort of like Halloween and autumn in general because of the dark base. And I liked the look of the flash of colour. So let's put this on a bit more in the corners there. This still looks quite sheer actually. I hope it builds up. And with the magnetics I quite often find that I have to do 3 coats anyway. So this is the first coat. Yeah, we'll see. I do like the colour, but let's get it on the magnet. There we go. Oh, it's very similar to the other one, but it's definitely darker, thank goodness, because otherwise I could possibly be a dupe to myself. We will see when they're dry and they're built up though. The next one I got is by Red Eyed Lacquer, and I thought this one would be perfect for winter in particular because it looks quite icy. And this one is called Young Love. So yes, you can tell that I have a serious polish addiction, but I just think Polish Pickup Rewind is just a great time to try some other brands. It's just the shipping that's a bit of a pain, so that's why I tend to wait and just buy normally once a year. So that's the first coat on this one, and yes, it does look quite icy. The next one I got is by Garden Path Lacquers, and the colours and the swatches of this one were really pretty. And this is called Told the Northern Lights to Keep Shining. But look at how this one is so sparkly in the bottle as well, so I'm hoping it's going to turn out really nicely on the swatch stick and on my nails. So we do have a stockist over here called Rainbow Connection, which does stock a lot of different brands, but I've never bought from this brand before. So that's the first coat on this one, and at certain angles you get that blue, which is really pretty. You've got the purple. It almost looks like it's got some red. Is this the one with red reflective glitters in? I'll have to have a look. I'll put something up in the description in the corner there just to let you know, but we'll see how this builds up. Now the next one, this isn't a nail polish colour, this is a topper, and once again it's because I'm a big kid. This is by Cuticular. I love the packaging on here. I like these iridescent colours. I think that's really pretty. And I'm a sucker for hearts and iridescent colours on top there as well. So I've heard really good things about Cuticular, but once again I've never actually tried the brand. So I thought, let's try this, because once I've used up my current glossy top coat, I can give this a go. This is in the scent of Fruit Loops. So this is a quick dry top coat, and yeah, Fruit Loops, the American cereal. I've never actually tried it, but I've heard lots of people going on about it. So what I will do is I will try it over one of these swatch sticks, let it dry, and then I can let you know on the scent, because when I smell it in the bottle it's very chemically, so I think you pick up the scent more when it dries down. So I will try that and see what I think. But I just thought, even if I don't like it on my hands, then I could always use it on my toes anyway, because I have started using some glossy top coat on my toes too, just because it just makes the polish last longer and makes it really shine too. And then the last polish I got, this isn't from Polish Pickup Rewind itself, But what the makers do is they produce a polish to put on the websites, and then they produce a polish to sell in their own individual shops. And this one by Polish for Days, they released at Rainbow Connection, so that's where I found it. I absolutely love Polish for Days, one of my favourite brands again. And I just thought I'd give this one a go. This one's called Angel Wings, and it just reminded me of Polish for Days Lush. So this is what this one looks like. It's another shifty shimmer polish, and I just thought I'm going to like this one because I like Lush so much. Incidentally, I do film videos and I show what I wear each month, and I rate them as well, and I pick my favourite polish of that month. And when it gets to the end of the year, I'm probably going to pick my top 12 polishes of the whole year. So look out for that polish video in January. So let me know in the comments as well if you have any particular favourite brands that you like buying from. I think my favourites at the moment are probably obviously Hollow Taco, because I buy lots from there, Mooncat, but Polish for Days is really rising quite fast. So that is what this one looks like, very shimmery, and I imagine when you're wearing it, it will really shift around. Okay, so this is my massive haul. I did warn you it was going to be a long video. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through, just to save some time, I'm going to put a second coat on absolutely everything, and I'll see if any of them need 3 coats, and I'll do that too, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I'm back and I have done 3 coats on everything apart from a couple of the polishes. So everything's got 3 coats, so apart from these 3. So this is the red-eyed lacquer on this side, envy lacquer in the middle, and then the Jen and Berries on the end. I just didn't feel that any of those needed 3 coats. And I have put a glossy top coat on everything now. And what I have done is I have filmed a little bit of footage with the Glow in the Dark by Tyler's Trinkets. So I put the footage up next to me on the screen here. So this is what I filmed in the dark. And I must admit, actually, you can see the pink glowing a bit more when it's on the swatch stick. And I charged both of them up for the same length of time underneath my LED lighting in here. It was just on my toes, I just didn't notice it at all, and I had been out in the garden all afternoon, so maybe it's a case that I've got to wear this on my hand again, so I will do that at some point, but particularly probably next summer, I think. But let's see what Steve's going to pick, because he might even pick this one for me now. And then on this polish swatch stick, I used the Fruit Loops by Cuticular, so let's give it a sniff to see what it smells like. Oh wow, it really does smell like something you would eat. I don't know what Fruit Loops smell like, probably very fake, like fruity synthetic smell, but it does smell like something you would have in cereal. Very sweet though. So how clever is that? I've never had a polish, a top coat or anything that's scented before, like a food item. So yeah, it really does smell like I imagine they would smell and taste like. Okay, now I've got to pick my top picks, and this is without trying them, so let's see which ones I like on the swatch sticks. Okay, so these are all the polishes from this side. So we've got the Chameleon Nails, Glampire, We're All Mad here, Tyler's Trinkets, Envy Lacquer, and then the Polish for Days. I think my top picks from this little selection are going to be, I mean, I still like this one because it's just so fun. Chameleon Nails, which I've already worn. Glampire really stands out to me, so really looking forward to giving that one a go. This one on the swatch stick isn't impressing me as much, but I think it's one that you've just got to wear. So let me just move it around underneath my lighting so you can see a bit more. This one's so sparkly, and green isn't a colour I'd normally go to, so I'm very interested to give this one a wear to see what I think. But yeah, I think probably the one on this side that I'm least impressed with might actually be the Polish for Days, just because I think I've got, maybe it's because I've got the Lush and that's quite similar. So yeah, the standout on this side I think is going to be those two and the Envy Lacquer, but yeah, that's without wearing it though. Okay, then this is the polish selection from this side of the box, and the ones that really stand out to me, this is once again without wearing them. is the Jen and Berries. I really like the look of that one. It's really sparkly. This is the magnetic, so this is the Penelope Loose butterfly wings. Look at that, I love that. The colours in there are beautiful. That is that one, and then next to it is the Kathleen and Co. So they are different. This is a more dark, moody version of this one, I guess. I think once again without wearing them, I think I prefer this one, the butterfly wings, especially in that effect, because I just love those colours together. And then another one that is a standout, which I almost didn't get, is this one by Royal Lee, the koi one. So I really like that. To be honest though, I like all of them. I love all of these colours. And I think I'm only going to realise what they're like when I wear them. And this one is just shifting all over the place as well, with all different coloured sparkles. But next up, we have Steve. He is going to pick a polish for me. So wish me luck, because the last time he picked a polish was a bit of a nightmare. He didn't want to come in the room. So I'm going to include every single polish apart from the chameleon nails, which I've already worn. Okay, so here we go. We've got all the polishes lined up over there for Steve to choose from. Now I've got to coax him to over this side of the kitchen. So I may have to get the Dreamies out again to get him to pick one. Stevie, you're gonna go and pick a polish. What's over there? Look at those funny things over there, Steve. Okay, so I had to get out the reinforcements. So each polish has got a Dreamy in front of it now. Don't worry, this is going to be part of his dinner, so he'll get less dinner, but whichever one he goes up to is the polish that I have to wear. So let's see if he walks over there. Steve, look over there, boy. He's actually in the room with me, so let's see. Here he goes. Oh, he just went for the first one, didn't he? So that is the Sassy Sauce that I'm going to be wearing, the Glampire. Maybe that was a bit too straightforward because he just went for that first one and now he's just eating every one in order. I'm going to have to mix this up again next time, aren't I? So yeah, if you want to see the chaos of this video and getting Steve to choose my polishes, then yeah, don't forget to check out my other video when that comes out in October, because he's choosing them for all of September. But I'm really looking forward to wearing Glampire. That is one of my top picks, and I fancy something cosy after this blue polish. So I will put this polish on and then I'll come back and let you know what I think about it. Thank you very much, Stevie. Good choice. Yeah, you just never know what he's going to pick or whether he'll even come in the room. So now time for his dinner. Okay, so I'm back after painting my nails with Steve's choice, which is Sassy Sauce Glampire. So this is what it looks like on my nails, and I absolutely love it. So really glad that I got this polish. It's just so pretty. This is 3 coats and I use this over a smoothing base coat. I did think I was going to have to use a blurring base, but after using it on the swatch stick I thought no, I don't really, so I just used a smoothing base. And then this is what it looks like on my other hand. I will insert some photos as well and different lighting, and I will get some footage in my lounge just in regular lighting as well. But yeah, just love the colours of this. I like this in the shade and in sunlight as well. I just love all the colours. I will say there are some quite big flakes in here though, so a couple of them got in the way, so you do have to manipulate them a little bit, but it's no big deal. And then over the top I have got a glossy top coat, so I use the Hollow Taco one. If you see any stringy bits, it's just because it's starting to get a little bit old, so yeah, just ignore that and ignore my bad painting skills as well. And I also showed this to my boyfriend and he likes Steve's choice as well, so thank you, Steve. I was really fancying something warm, so I was hoping he was going to pick one of these warming colours for me, so this is perfect. And then when my nails have dried a little bit, I'm going to try a little bit of this as well, because I've literally only just put the glossy top coat on about 10 minutes ago, so I will try a little bit of this later on too. Very quickly before I go, I just wanted to say this one, when you put it on, if you don't use a glossy top coat, it sort of dries matte, so this one really does benefit from a glossy top coat. And this one being a solar polish, just be aware that some top coats have got inhibitors in that might stop it from changing colour as much. The Holo Taco top coat is fine, I didn't have any issues, but some of the other top coats out there, they can stop it changing. I've heard that like the Mooncat one does, and I think possibly, I can't remember, I'm not going to say what the other ones are now because there was quite a few of them. So maybe look that up and make sure that if you do use this sort of polish or any other solar polish, make sure you use one with a good top coat that's not going to stop it changing colour as much. So these are all the polishes I got. I think I love everything. I think I got quite a wide range of colours. I love all the different formulas. Really pleased I got all of these. So these are a bunch of lovely treats to myself. I have actually put some of this antidote now into the acetone, and it does smell a little bit sweet, but I'm doing it more for how it affects my skin. So let's see if that makes a difference. And also, if you're watching this video and you can't afford lots of polish, then try duping them. Try seeing what you've got in your own collection and see if you can copy some of these polishes, maybe by mixing things together, putting some on top of others. I'm very lucky because I can afford these polishes now, but years ago I couldn't. I could only afford one or two at a time. So if you can't afford it, do not get into debt and do not feel that you're missing out, because in the future something else will come out that will be equally as nice. So and also, if you've got a smaller collection, then you're probably going to appreciate the ones that you've got more as well. But there's no harm in watching to see what other people are doing and coming up with, is there? So yeah, don't feel that you're missing out if you can't afford them. It's not worth getting into debt for. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to watch my other video when it comes out with Steve choosing all my polishes for September, because yeah, he's got probably another two, maybe one or two to go. So yeah, he's chosen a good variety so far, bless him. But otherwise, don't forget to check out my playlist, like and subscribe, and hopefully I will catch you on another video. Thanks for watching.